alongside Varus and Jhin. Just looking up the stat because it's a champ that really suits him. It allows you to really showcase your skill expression in the 2v2 in lane. This is the power of what they opted into in the top lane. Rich is certainly winning, as you would expect. Now Raptor's going to try to follow up here and maybe set up a dive onto Ondo before his AD carry gets back, because Teddy's still flashless.
Nicely done by Kellen. Gets in, gets the aggro, immediately flashes away from the knockup. It was pretty clear that Ondo wanted to try to kill Kellen.
Can they just deny Teddy from getting back to the turret? I think they can. Like, he has to just wait, and this is such a disaster as well.
Uh-oh. Follow-up dive.
No flash on either player.
No summoners at all. And now it looks like maybe Kellen goes down, but this should be 2 kills here to the side of BNK. It's a relatively clean dive, as long as they get this kill on a Diablo, which they will. Here comes Sponge, but he's too little and too late.
I think Sponge maybe could have tried to read this a little bit earlier and come up, but he's Wukong pre-6. He wants to farm it out.
Helping out Yahoo.
Sponge gonna come over here, try to see if he can find something on these Raptors.
Still Braum, but that is a big Tibbers onto 2 of them, and Kellen is getting pretty low, but the Galio follow-up is there. Sponge maybe in a little bit of trouble, as now the taunt comes down, and Sponge barely, but he will be flashed over. And Raptor picks up the kill. This is all coming up BNK in this early game. The confidence to just go for this duo and say, you know, we could take the Rakan away, we could do something, or we could just dive you like 8 times instead. And they do have some summoners back, but it's not going to be enough as the culling rather, as Kellen goes down, is going to be enough. It's 5-0 for Diablo, 8 minutes into the game.
Legends, doesn't matter. And they take a square peg and take a hammer, which has Diablo as like the top of the hammer, and then Kellen is the stick that swings it.
And Raptor's a chainsaw that they brought along.
it just Diablo's Essence Reaver. Don't worry, the Cole will cash in. Invest now.
This is pretty funny as well. Kellen just giving the thumbs up. He's like, you think that you are going to access this wave? I don't think so. He nearly actually kills Diablo, but I think he still will die here as the follow-up comes in. Kellen gonna pick up the kill, and I think they're just fine with that.
Turret. And they're gonna also attempt the cross map. Guess who's there? Vikla with his Galio.
Board is clear, and now he's getting doped by quite a few many people, but here comes the Galio. It's still going to be a kill. And a nice Featherstorm to try to get away from Vikla.
Okay, that's something back if Vikla's a little bit faster with that ult. I don't think that happens. They are going to race the turret as well. Diablo, pretty big, has an extra BF sword, but it's 4 people here. It's going to be close. I think DRX might just barely edge it out.
They should be able to. Ooh, taking a little bit of extra time there at the end.
Yeah, Diablo like trying to deny minions or something there. Maybe he just realized he couldn't win the race. And the dragon fight if there is a contest from DRX, but like I said, I don't think you should be on this one. Double Dragon will go over the soul. Yet unknown. Could be Infernal, that would be a rough time. Oh, it's Mountain.
Or Mountain, yeah. Mountain from this far ahead, I mean, when you're dealing with Annie Wukong, that's going to take a lot of that burst damage away.
He's a whole item behind. Like, IE is done for Diablo at 15.
It's actually insane.
So, like, this is what happens in your worst nightmare in solo queue, but it's a pro game at the LCK where you really desperately need your 8th win. Teddy has been known to carry games like this, though, despite a deficit. He's going to need a lot of help from his teammates, though, in this one, as this is going to be the mid-turret to go down. They already got feats of strength. They did not get first turret, but they'll get their first turret of the game. Well, actually second, but the bottom turret did go down, ultimately. It didn't go down first, as...
Another charge went into mid, by the way, and now a little fake dive, trying to get Raptor down. It's not quite going to work, and now we got a TP into 2. Bunch of burst damage into Diablo, who's going to get healed up, and now he's in an awkward spot, and Sponge is right here! The barrier comes through, but he has the damage, and that's a massive shutdown given over to Sponge. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Raptor's going to go down, and Clear is about to follow. And all of a sudden, DRX find the angle as the Winds of War look kind of silly, and that is 4 kills into the hands of DRX as they take the gold lead.
And that should also be a turret here, the second for DRX. They get the outer in return. As
how did this happen?
Well, a big overextension. Brand supports in solo queue. When I tell them, please play engage. And they just pick Brand and go Zazax for some reason. All right, Teddy is in danger. But he has ult and flash. Will he have to use both? No.
Going in on a Sponge, actually. They're pretty deep, though, in the enemy jungle at this point in time. Tons of damage goes on a Raptor. Diablo, very nice dodge, though, as the exhaust is going to help Boundle out quite a bit and keep him alive. Now the re-engage is coming in. A Sponge is here. The flank is coming out. The Aurora can just drop the ult onto everybody. Look at the damage as they're all caught out. And Diablo, even with the amount he has fed, is not able to help out his team. Clear gets taken out. DRX are just baiting them in.
Trying to make this happen with no idea what could happen behind you. Like, there's just no real coverage there. Like, they're trying to set up deep vision while they're doing this in the jungle, but they left themselves wide open from a flank from behind. Still to kill Teddy, must kill Teddy, and it's like, you know, whoever's struggling is like, yeah, and now we're just getting caught over and over.
Yeah, he doesn't have his flash. He's just kind of dead. Yes, Gwen is immune for about a split second, and that's the 4th death.
I don't think there is much coming back in this one anyways for BNK. I said that about DRX earlier, but
I'm gonna wait and see.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yahoo is just gonna delay them here. Now they are on Otacon. Some of the resistance has got shredded. Teddy has
turning onto the Galio. Vikla just TP straight into the Zaya and dies.
Am I still to create the imperfect rise through?
Yes, Wolf, you are. It's just Otacon.
Caster curses, etc. Oh, well.
Starting Otacon, is it safe or not? It's safe. It's very safe.
Yeah.
I'm just memeing at this point.
I don't. So let's try to figure out the ways back into this game for BNK. Blunder after blunder is coming through.
They're non-stop. It's only blunders. Maybe this time. Oh, okay. He's charging in.
All right. That's
audacious.
Yeah, it was quite audacious. Clear trying to set up a flank potentially here, as we're just going to cull.
Did a little bit of damage. Just a little bit. Now trying to engage on the Diablo. The flash on in from Ondel is beautiful. They're going to take down Diablo, and that's a double here on the Wukong. Sponge collects.
I mean, it's a trade for Yahoo, but he did his job. And now Raptor is in trouble.
Yeah, follow up here with the Cyclone as Vikla's like, well, I better get in there. Clear's got a decent angle. But honestly, I feel like for DRX, they can kind of just run forward. They don't really have to kite this one out, but they are, just to play it extremely safe, and that is the play book of DRX.
I mean, DRX are just like, okay, wait, is there an angle for them? They're like, no, actually. And then they just continue to walk forward and then take the dragon, and they played it safe. As a big part of this was the flank attempt.
The cleaner team, you know, which is weird to say after the early game. Like, BNK's dives were great, but now, I mean, you're playing Brahmin and Rakan is just running all over you. As Raptor's gonna go down, gets caught out. Baron is up. Could just start it, and that they will. Cyclone on the Baron, the second one.
Yeah, looks like
for damage.
A pretty easy turn here. They're missing Cyclone, but Vikla is isolated.
Yep, they still have the quickness. Vikla's like, maybe I can dodge it. Well, he did, and then he died. And now they can just do the Baron.
2 down, no jungler. No one to steal this. Kellen doesn't have smite. Clear
does.
So, an angle.
Yeah. Tiber's gonna go down. Do they notice that Clear has the smite? I assume they should.
They might just kill him before he can use it.
Doesn't really feel like they have. He's just kind of hanging out in the pit. It's just a flip and it goes to Zaya. Okay. Getting a little bit dicey there, rather DRX, but
fine. Due to a few places, but
yeah. It is pretty difficult.
Yeah, BLT, you know.
You know what's more accessible here than I thought is a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah, you would be surprised how easy it is to find that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, Cuban, panini, stuff like that. These sort of, you know, flatbread sandwich. A little bit easier than you expect. This is just a Baron that is going to rack up, like, looking like upwards of 4.5k gold here with all these turrets going down. The siege is real. Clear trying to set something up.
I mean, they're trying to get in on a Sponge, who is quite fed at this point, but his clone is just going to throw out a Cyclone.
They got 2 ults, so it's a small victory. It helps them potentially set up for another play of individual stats for this Wukong. Who has Death Stance.
Oh, okay, we're going in on a Diablo. He did not expect Rich to be there as well. Galio's going to help him out, actually, quite a lot. Meanwhile, Sponge is zoned away from the fight. Big taunt here on the front line, and all of a sudden, now Yehu's on the fight. But look at Teddy, he's left all alone. He's dead. And now it's going to kind of be up to Tibbers and Annie, and, well, I guess that's enough. They have the wallets, and they just cast a couple of spells at Diablo, and he falls apart like a house of cards. Down he goes. DRX looks like they should take game number 1.
His plan still kill Teddy. Oh, no. Well, they killed Teddy a lot. They shut him out of the early game. They got him in that last fight, and he was the only gold deficit across all 5 DRX members. But at the end of the day, GG.
Thank you for that concise.
Teddy for Nexus.
Yeah, Teddy for Nexus trade. And it's not a good trade. DRX and Teddy will take that happily. They'll take down game number 1 after BNK.
Backup plan there is for if this game does not go the way DRX want in the early game. Like, this comp doesn't really have a... Well, it's okay if the Aatrox actually got focused and went 0-2, because we have a blank mid laner that is doing...
At a decent time. The Jhin certainly is feeling pretty good about this situation. He's not going to miss any CS here either.
Vikla?
Well, he did miss one. Vikla in a little bit of trouble. And do we have the charm? Looks like no. Nice flash away. Vikla says, I am dead. And first blood is given over to the Ahri. So that's one way to get your Ahri on the board early.
Sure.
He's going to back. I think that was on Vision just barely. Raptor is here. And yeah, was on Vision. Rich just going to flash away. And now he's got the World Ender. Raptor actually in a little bit of trouble, but the flash comes in from Clear. And now the tides are turned as immediately the kill does go over to Raptor.
Here, first scrub should be Raptors. And I think that might be all they end up getting here. They have to otherwise fight. Diablo does have his ultimate. This is a really, really tense fight setup here.
Yeah, it feels like Kellen is a little bit late to the party, but so is Yehu. And so BNK are like, well, you don't have your Ahri yet. And Raptor is Jarvan, so he can easily get over the wall. So they can position very aggressively. Sponge going to position right on top of the objective, wants to smite it away, and he's not going to be able to. 3 go over. But at the same time, DRX winning this fight, Clear in a bit of trouble. But Vikla going to lay down some rocks and say, get away from us.
That was actually really well played by BNK, to be honest. Like, even the heal coming out from Kellen to help him get away there. And that was just overall well coordinated. You know, Raptor's getting his smite back. They slow down the fight. He's able to win the smite fight to get the final grub. Rich shows up.
Here, uh-oh, Kellen. That is a bit of a mistake. Rich going to get a kill, and that will help him catch up big time.
Yeah, the late
kind of hanging around.
Late TP from the Aatrox catches them a little bit off guard.
Sponge is nearby. Clear, Vikla and Kellen now in the mid lane. No Spirit Rush, no flash for Yehu as Vikla tanks up the turret. And now Clear's going to tank up the turret. Ooh, barely gets out there.
Well, that was really close, but actually such a great juggle there of the turret aggro.
Spirit Rush out of the Ahri.
Vikla has his Weaver's Wall. I think this dragon is just gone. So great objective control here by BNK.
Oh, okay, we got an Aatrox on the way. And the chomps are going in. The pillar not yet used, and still now trying to turn it onto Sponge, actually, and he gets the kill. Excellently done here by Clear.
There's no way he gets out, right?
No.
Yehu, don't play with it. Don't go straight up the top of that lane.
And Spirit Rush. Surely he's fine. No, he's going to get jumped on, and now he's going to get away, actually. The follow-up from Ondil is big. Going to keep them around. Sponge here with the subjugate, but he's always pulled back by the Rel, but now going back in, it looks like Yehu is able to pick up the kill at the end of all. So DRX winning in some of these little skirmishes, it looks like. Although, I say that, okay, it's a nice dodge on the Deadly Flourish. Now Sponge trying to run his way out. Last shot is going to hit him in the TP! Right on top of him is actually gigantic. Clear going to pick up his 3rd kill.
I didn't like the play initially, but it's because I didn't know Clear was going to TP in there. As you're kind of just, if you don't have that rumble, you're kind of banking on your ult connecting. As now they're going to collapse further.
Oh boy, yeah, the charm going to land, and Vikla in a lot of trouble. The collapse still coming in, but he's tanking the turret. It's another kill for the Ahri, who we had questions about. But if you're playing like this and the team is running into you and the fights get this scrappy, the Ahri's going to pop off.
Then we're just running up here trying to stop this. There's no wave. There's no wave. It's not even close to the turret. You don't have to force this. You just gave them back way more than what you gained. It's literally 1 step back, or 1 step forward, 1 kill forward, 2 kills back, 3 ultimately actually in the exchange there.
It's a lot of steps back.
Yeah, it's not great.
All right, little engage on Andil. And it looks like this Nico, who was just trying to ward, was just trying to be a support, you know?
You can take the live sandbox out of BNK, but you're out of the name, but you can't take the live sandbox out of BNK, like the tendencies.
Some teams just remain the same. Oh, okay, Sponge. All right, this game getting very dicey.
This game is getting weird. Like, I like Genji's position, but
yeah, I'm
casting BNK DRX, and I just don't know how this. It's Rise Group, baby.
I'd say the lead that DRX have isn't large enough. And BNK have a lot of wins. Now they are going to try to use a lot of stuff into the Ahri, who just flashes away, including the exhaust, by the way. But the knockup comes in, and Rich gets baited big time by his teammate.
Now they just look to Dragon. I mean, DRX, you have a Pop Blossom, but you don't have Flash. I think you should just step away from this. But this is exactly the type of fight that Valdez and I are talking about where comp is easier, and there's so much pick potential. So, oh, Ahri's got Flash. Oh, we'll just kill the other guy. The Rich just calls up, he's like, hold on, they missed the engage. I go in, they're like, oh, we'll shove that guy. And then they just get the Aatrox that's alone. You have to be grouped up as DRX. You have to fight together. You have to play around pillars. If you just kind of funnel in like that, you're just going to get picked apart. As Yehu is actually taking a ton of turret damage here. Let's see if Clear can make something of this. Doesn't have his ult. Clear is TP'd in. Rich should TP in if they're going to contest this.
Yeah, I think they will. The Redemption's going to help out on this take.
It's a little late, and the wall is out.
Doesn't really do much. Does a little bit to Sponge. Flash on in, doesn't really catch anyone, as Sponge going to be locked out of this fight, as now the Cataclysm is gigantic, and BNK, they crush the fight on the turn after they get the Otacon. And then they just kind of take it in the face of DRX. DRX, nothing they could do. They have to try to turn now with the TP coming in, but Teddy's just going to die. And this is going to be what looks to be a clean ace, as 5 for 0 plus the Otacon. BNK run away with this game.
Looks like Kellen's hitting a milestone tonight, Valdez. I think we're going the distance.
Sure. Ghoulie wall bagel. Get all sorts of stuff. Now trying to fight back. Rich, he's got a little bit of help from his friends here, actually. They're going to take down the Rumble. It's looking pretty good for the side of DRX now. I say that, a lot of damage done to Yehu. Andil's going to find one, and maybe one is enough. Diablo, though, oh, he's barely going to get away. Diablo just walks it off, and Teddy loses his life for it. The fight is absolutely disgusting. It's all over the place, this bagel, but it's still going to be in favor of BNK.
The one constant is all Yehu is going to go down here.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
The one constant in these skirmishes, no matter how things look for DRX initially, BNK just have too many outs. There's just too much CC, there's too much zoning, there's too many slows, and you just can't collab.
He didn't even get Diablo.
No.
And he gave his whole health bar for that, so bit of a whoopsie there.
Yeah.
On the potential comeback of DRX. Seems good.
Raptor, maybe?
Oh boy. No, here we go again. It's swinging back the other way.
He could not get his bagel off in that fight.
No.
I don't think he would have wanted to. Probably wants to save it for maybe the contest of the Baron that DRX are going to go for now that he has died. But he's going to need his teammates to buy 30 seconds of time if he's going to be there. And it looks like they're just going to try to push for the side instead. Rich TP's in. Vikla could just Weaver's wall over.
Yeah.
He needs to find the right angle, though.
They're definitely going to collapse here. But as you mentioned, the angle, very important. Vikla over the side. He's going to get that combo, and a Sponge, who is so low, needs a way to live here, but he's going to be shot down! And that's the end of that. Nice try here from the side of DRX, but it was desperate to begin with. And the wall.
That shot from Diablo.
Yeah. And Degon says, what is happening? Reading his lips, and that is the end of that. And probably this game as well. They're going to give the kill over to Vikla, and they'll take the Baron themselves.
Man, for DRX, for about, like, just shredded on the back of that Baron, but he takes so much damage. And then Andil is like, see you, buddy. Just play one more.
Yeah, just one more game. Like, just join a team, play the first game of the season, and then leave.
We should probably just call it the Gorilla Award at this point for supports.
Pretty much. Once you pass that number, you've surpassed one of the best to ever play. And they're going to just, yeah. They have 12,000 gold to lead. And...
Well, I mean,
11.7K.
Oh,
okay, you're right.
Not quite 12,000 yet. And he may need to utilize them. Ooh.
He's definitely going to utilize something as, yep, just going to press all their buttons. Very easy to do exactly that as Kellen makes it look easy.
One thing we know is that Clear likes his bagels toasted. Kind of comical.
All right, they did it. Good job, Kellen.
Okay, they should be.
They're gonna.
Only Kellen was chasing.
They're definitely ending here. Ondil, desperation. It's just gonna look funny. Okay, Clear's getting low. They're gonna get Clear. Here comes Rich. Okay, he's dead. Empty Nexus here. They're looking for more kills. They want to get sponged. They're taking a lot of damage here from the Ahri. There's no way, right? Like, there's just no way. Yeah. Okay, the gold lead is too large. They got very low. It just didn't matter at the end of the day. And they're still going to take down the Nexus. 1-1. We have another series on our hands as BNK tie it up.
And this game is about me now, by the way. It's not about Vikla. It's not about whether Clear can deal with Rich's pressure. It's about whether Zeri is going to come online, hit that 3-item spike, and carry the game. Ondil, I don't...
Well, he's got some friends, or a friend. Yeah. Bit of damage going in. That's going to be Diablo in a little bit of trouble. Might have to flash this one. And at the end of the day, he is not. Very nice composure there. Although I say Teddy flashes in. The comeback on the boomerang actually gets the kill.
All right, Teddy making it happen. Position in Diablo. This matchup's getting heated. I like it. Way better than a calculator game.
For some reason.
All right, Grub's up.
Yeah, already started up here, and one of them is taken by BNK. Ondil kind of zoned away to begin with.
Yeah, but Teddy's here fast on the rotation on that faster lane swap. Still just does not want to fight this, though.
Yeah.
They just don't have any control.
Yeah, 2 taken. It's pretty much donezo. Just going to let those go.
DRX actually just let them have prio
Subverting
here.
the predictions.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, the jungler, Sponge, is not here. Well, he is, but he's up there on the top left of your screen. And that is not here where he needs to be. So Double Dragon comes through. It's Infernal's soul.
Yeah, particular. If they lose this, you know, it feels pretty dreadful as, okay.
Right. This is the setup, but no Miasma to come down, actually. Nice dodge on that one with the flash. And now the Miasma comes down to deal with the Sejuani. Sponge, very much immobile for a little bit, but now Raptor in a bit of trouble, and he will be going down. They should give this kill over to either Rich or Teddy. They give it to Rich. Rich gets the kill.
There's going to be a late recontest here with Vikla having no ultimate. The Scion engage. I don't know about this one, BK.
Yeah, they're turning on a Kellen right now, actually. And Kellen has to flash away.
I mean, they deny the Herald take it for a minute.
Vikla's doing a good job, but again, on the Roa Cassiopeia, you just don't really do damage. As the smite comes through, Sponge going to pick that one up. And now somebody's got to get that eye, but nobody is careful enough. Okay, it looks like Ondil's going to get it. And now Diablo's just in the front line, just dies for free. Not sure about that one, buddy. As he'll go down, and Clear at the same time is dead. Vikla chopped down, trying to TP away. Looks like he should get it, actually, during the analysis. But I think it's just a mindset thing from BNK. They're like, no, we have to. Like, we cannot back away. We will not back down from a fight. When the fight setup is just, to be honest, kind of atrocious.
It's
like, they were too far behind, and DRX are sitting there like, well, they're not going to back down from the fight, so I think we just take these guys.
You could have just let the wave crash with Diablo, you know, contest the Rise rotation, play it slow. And remember, if you walk away from that fight, you could just try to get DRX on resets and get an Infernal Soul Point, which they didn't get also because they gave that to DRX because they lost the fight.
Max range going on in, Rich, and aggressively, and Ondil gets the kill with the redemption. Smites him from the sky, and now we got another one here on a Raptor who is just feeling kind of sad. Nice angle. Oh, but the flash on in. Teddy does it again, picks up another one. And DRX are getting fed now.
Rich! Rich! This one day, you and I were watching a DRX game.
Yeah.
And every time Rich almost engaged or was on a flank, we just said, Rich! And then this just became a
Well, it's
joke.
because Chronicler did it first.
I started this, but actually it was Chronicler first.
And he did it like 2 times in a row, and so it just latched on.
Don't think so.
It's not. Yeah, okay. Trying to set something up here. Vikla gonna have to flash.
Not sure about that.
Throwing in an ult once again, and now Raptor gonna use the disengage cone, but they get the follow-up on a Vikla, who is just the collateral damage. And meanwhile, Kellen running away.
It looked a little bit shaky there after Ando's initial engage, but the follow-ups were good. And it's just where we saw an incident with DRX in the last game. Exact same strip of the Rift. But it's this time the blue side team that crushes in swimming fashion, and we'll take it into an Otacon. Nearly 2.5k gold lead. Well, with the Otacon take, it will be 2.7, 0.7, 0.8 to 14. I mean, he's getting closer, actually. I'm kind of invested.
Yeah, I want to see what happens. TP's coming in. Diablo is in a bit of trouble. Meanwhile, we got to play up on the top side. TP pretty far away as Vikla going to get quite low. The Realm Warp gets them in. And look at Kellen and Diablo. They could never join the fight as finally we have the ult coming out here from Diablo, but he's just being chased down by the entirety of DRX as the rest of his team is just dead. And they'll just take the magical journey over. Might as well get a better angle here onto the Zeri as Diablo says, well, I'm dead. Gets Heartsteel stacked to death.
That's the game. That's a full wipe. 0 and 4 on this Zeri. He wanted to pull it out. He said no to Ezreal Karma. And unfortunately, these fights have just not really by his fault.
Because
this is so important.
They need it. Not like, you know, DNF needs wins. It's not like that. It's more like they desperately need to get into 8th place.
Just flanking on a ward.
Are they just taking the magical journey for fun? Or like, what's going on here? Maybe leash down.
I still don't think this is the best fight for BNK, but they're going to look for Sponge.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to catch Vikla here in the front line, and finally Diablo gets like a decent ult off, but now the setup is coming in. Meanwhile, the 1v1 heavily won as Diablo going to go down here very early on, and I think that might just be lights out in this one if it wasn't already. Realm Warp coming on in, and Teddy just kind of runs at them. Down both Kellen and Vikla go, and Rich won this 1v1 at the same time. Now 5-0 and 5.
What a deflating end for BNK in this one. DRX,
This is the Baron that actually does damage, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think they.
Sponge should just juggle this.
Yahoo comes in.
Yeah.
Yahoo comes in. They can.
They're fine. I mean, there's just no one alive, so. It's almost like Yahoo and Teddy, there's like an experiment, like, can they do it on these lanes?
Yeah.
If they kill anybody, there's just no defense.
Well, they are doing that. Just 4 and 1. And just hoping to end it here. But I guess they would have to cross the miasma to truly get on top of that inhibitor turret.
This is such a big moment for DRX. They do not want to mess it up. They do not want to get caught. They do not want to toss this huge, important win away. Again, against arguably the best team in the group, and it's the second time they beat them.
All right, he's going to send it. That's what he said. He said, all right, I'll send it.
He did send it.
Oh, the setup here. Oh, missed time from Rich, actually. Doesn't quite matter, though, as the root comes down onto Diablo, and he just dies. He doesn't have cleanse. And, yeah, this will be the end of the game, guys. DRX are going to take down BNK in a lengthy bout of 3 games this time around. Actually, 1,100 gold going over to clear. Meanwhile, Rich is full health, taking down the base. So, yeah, this one is over.
Still 3.3k behind, but, you know, put a little dent in it, Valdez. Yeah, this one was the most one-sided of the 3. DRX's cleanest game of the series. Their second 2-1 victory over BNK will put them up to 8 wins.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.